So, this week has been interesting.
Understatement of the year.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another podcast thing. I still don't know what we're going to call this.
I like the Poocast. I like the Poocast.
The Poocast is brilliant, but we're not going to poo on everything, you know.
No, we're not.
Maybe call this Poocast episode 2, because we're going to shit on South African internet and South African issues again. And then, you know, and we're going to mix it this week. Mix it up a little bit this week. We're going to talk about games and stuff. Good things too, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, this has been one hell of an interesting week, if anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, like...
So where do we start? First off, probably introductions, hey?
Yeah, introductions. Good idea.
Goon Squad, tell us about yourself.
I am the Goon Squad. I stream 6 days a week. I am a caffeinated range monkey most of the time, and... God, that's about all you could say about me. I also do interesting things with computers and video games.
Okay, cool. Well, for those of you who don't know, I am Zaffa Geek. Find me at twitch.tv/Zaffa_geek. I play games if shit doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm still freaking... I'm still raw from the experience, man. But before we go on to my experience, shit happened to you roughly at the same time that shit happened to me. Let's hear your shit.
God,
first.
Where do I start? You know, Monday happens, Monday rolls around, and, you know, I go live to stream. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Rephrase that. So Sunday happens, and I find out the Goon Squad Facebook account has been hacked, and there have been Visa cards attached to it. There is no way to get hold of Facebook staff. My card was also attached to it. All the cards are emptied. There's payments waiting to happen, and chargebacks are going to happen on my card, since all of these cards are somehow linked to my name. That's problem one. After that, the next day, I start streaming. Thunder, lightning strikes, fries the screen and a hard drive. If it wasn't for the support of my very small but steadily growing community, dude, I would have quit streaming today as well. If it wasn't for Singularity and them, like, I would have quit when the internet started giving up on me. Instead, I struggled through 2 hours of crap internet. And it's barely Wednesday.
Okay, wait. Not only did you lose a shit ton of money, gonna get some of that money back, hopefully, but you lost some equipment too.
Yeah, I lost one of my 24-inch monitors and a 2TB hard drive to the lightning.
Now, with all due respect, I don't feel so bad about my issue anymore.
Yeah. And the screen circuit literally burns out, so that there's no repairing that screen. And you can't really repair an optical hard drive, so there's no help for that either. The only saving grace is that I formatted the hard drive like a week ago.
Wow, now I kind of feel shitty about talking about my issues now.
No, dude, it's all fair in love and war, you know. It makes me angry, but it doesn't bother me that much, you know. I'm kind of, you know, willing to live and let live and carry on with my life. You know, good things happen to those that complain enough.
There we go. So here's my story. So last night, power decided to go out. So for those of you who don't know, we work on a prepaid electricity system. Most houses in South Africa do. So you buy electricity before you use it, and then, you know, when it's finished, you buy some more.
It works like airtime.
Electricity.
Exactly like airtime.
It works like airtime, basically.
Yeah.
So last night, actually on Sunday, today is Tuesday that we're recording this on. On Sunday, the people that does the prepaid electricity had some server issues. On Monday, they came with a statement like, no, we lost power at one of our facilities. Listen carefully. You heard that right. The people providing electricity lost power at one of their facilities.
Sometimes it's worthwhile living in South Africa just to be able to laugh at some of these kinds of things.
Okay. Today they release a statement. Oh no, just a cable broke in one of the server rooms, and they're replacing that. It took them more than 48 hours to go from, oh crap, our servers crashed because we don't have power, to, one of the cables in our server rooms broke, and now we're fixing it. It took them 48 hours to fix that.
Wow.
Okay. Now, this is a bit of me like, sort of like third world problems, if you will. Not first world problems, third world problems. Do you know how bad it is to sit without electricity for an entire 24 hours?
Yes. I live in the same country as you. I actually know how that feels.
Yeah, that's the sad thing.
The sad thing is, dude,
Yeah, we actually
most of the
do know
people in
how
this
it
country know
feels.
exactly how you feel. They've dealt with it before.
Man, it is it is just bullshit.
It's something else,
I'm
dude. It
telling you.
is something else.
If we don't have issues with the internet, we have issues with power, electricity. And yes, some higher-ups in the country has previously stated, and I kid you not, that electricity, you know the crap that travels down wires to power stuff,
Yeah.
is racist.
Yeah, but that's like what was the other thing where that thing this actually called like international news where someone at the UCT, the University of Cape Town, turned around and said, if we can learn about science, why can't we learn about witchcraft? That was the thing.
Smack my head. That was actually a smack.
Yeah, dude, that was a thing. It hit international news. You had people like Sargon of Akkad covering it.
Damn.
Yeah. I was still in Cape Town when this happened, and it was just kind of like, I'm so glad. At that stage, I was a lecturer. I was like, I'm so glad I lecture at a private institution.
I know about that incident that you specifically mentioned, that whole, it's where she's like, how do you explain someone casting a spell on someone else and they get struck by lightning or something like that?
Oh yeah, it was something really stupid like that.
Yes. And I want to actually see the Sargon of Akkad thing covering that. You have to link me afterwards.
I'll have to go find
to
it,
that
dude.
video if
Like,
you
I
can
just
find
watch
it.
his stuff.
Okay, I'll go and search for it.
Alright.
I'll go and search for it.
It's there though. Like,
So, damn. I'm just amazed, man. I'm just amazed.
no, same.
But, in other news, let's get some more of the internet shit or the internet poo of South Africa out of the way.
Yeah, fuck. I
I've
had
received an email today.
2 hours worth of streaming at 500 kbs today.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. And why was that?
Dude, I honestly don't know. My line was limited to 500 kbs, and then it unlimited itself. Around the same time, I started just losing it, because I'd unplugged the router, restarted the router, I'd done everything. And it just fixed itself. After 2 hours.
Gotta love South African internet, man. I'm telling you, and someone else, actually, thank you to those of you who watched our previous video.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Holy crap, it's probably the second most viewed video on my channel at the moment.
The most viewed
Which doesn't say a lot.
after tonight, it is the second most viewed thing I've ever been a part of. Unless you're counting like
Nice.
international things, like when the Headbangers Journey was here and I danced in front of the camera and stuff like that. But like out of things I have partaken in, it is the most viewed thing that has my stamp on it. Well, my name on it. That isn't in the ed credits.
There we go, man. And it is brilliant to have you here in any case. But thank you to all of those viewers who viewed. I love you all. Never thought it would be this actually successful,
I didn't think it would be successful at all.
Just with the view count, I'm saying there. When you told me the view count on Sunday, I was like, motherfucker. Damn.
Yeah. And I mean, all it was...
People love to hear us bitch about South Africa.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say I fell over, but I was very shocked. Like, I mean, it is a good idea you had starting this up. But goddamn, I didn't think it would work.
Yeah. Same here. Now, for the viewers that's watched the previous one, tell your friends about us. Yes!
Dude, every view counts, It's not about, the likes or the follows, the subs, the donates, the bits. It's about the views.
Let me tell you this, right? And I've told you this on my Twitch channel when you were there. My YouTube content will always be free, right? I started off monetizing my videos, and I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make it free for people to watch, because I've got a Patreon support system in place. I guess like let's give something free back to the community. And my Twitch streams is technically free, unless the beautiful viewers just wants to like support on Twitch, But it's still free.
Yeah. That's the opinion. That's one of the main reasons I prefer using Twitch, why I've always been a fan of Twitch, and why I'll always just gravitate towards this kind of platform. It's the idea of, you're creating content, whether it's art, game videos, you're making something, and you put it out there for the enjoyment of others. If other people enjoy, Bob's your uncle. If they feel like supporting, they can support. But the idea is that it is something that, me, for instance, that has never had a working credit card linked to my Twitch account, I can sit and I can enjoy content. There's nothing locked behind a paywall for me. And that means the world to a lot of people, There's a lot of people out there that don't have credit cards. There's a lot of people out there that just need that hour's worth of support, that hour's worth of feeling good. And you can give it to them as a streamer, They might just come by, enjoy your content, not say anything, and you've made their day. You can't do that if people need to pay to watch your videos.
Indeed, yeah. It is like, and this is the one thing that I've always mentioned in my channel, like with, Star Trek, Star Trek, The Next Generation. I watched a couple of documentaries on it, and like one of the things that a viewer of The Next Generation said is, for 7 years or however long the series ran, I can't even remember, he knew that every weekday, every Tuesday or whatever, he would be able to come home and watch the happenings of friends that he's made.
Exactly.
On Star Trek, And that's basically what I aim for on my channel, and that's essentially what all Twitch streamers, I think, should aim for.
Exactly.
On their channels, is giving people a second home.
Yeah. I take for instance, the big raid I got tonight. That was amazing. What was even more amazing? When one of my regular viewers said, they're not going to stream tonight because they want to watch my content.
There we go.
And that meant the world to me. I was just like, dude, you do not understand how much of a motivation this is. And it's things like that happened today that made me push through, 2 hours worth of internet trouble. Because I want to give them that.
And here's the thing, and you'll also start noticing, if you haven't already, that people actually come back to your channel, like to my channels, like, dude, I saw your playthrough of that, I had to get the game, it's amazing, it's the best decision I've made in a while. And you will sit there going, holy shit, thanks? I influenced someone, that's where the term influencer comes from. I influenced someone into buying a game.
To me, it's even like, I look at, for instance, we all have our bad days and good days, Some days, you just don't fucking, excuse my French, you don't want to deal with, the crap of humanity. And then you watch your favorite streamer, and it's like, you know what, life ain't that bad, You have a chat with, another streamer, or, you just watch somebody that you find inspirational, and you're like, life ain't that bad. I think that's, like, one of the main reasons why people like Dr. Disrespect do so well, because Dr. Disrespect isn't there, complaining, oh, this game is so bad, I'm going to quit. It's like, this game is bad, I am going to beat everybody at this game, so that when I say the game is bad, they will listen. It's motivation.
Yeah.
And, I know of a couple of instances that I have been told about. I see a lot of the lurkers come back. I've talked to some people that say, damn it, they feel helped. They feel like they gained a quality out of life from watching, and that, the feeling of knowing you're doing that for someone, it takes away from the entire idea of creating content, and you realize, shit, you're doing something that is, in essence, affecting someone else's life for the better.
Dude, now, back when I was in bands, in more than one band, I was like always, my ultimate goal as the front man for a band would be just to change someone's life. Just one person. Just to, like, and I don't want to know about it, but, I had that, like, thing, like, just to change someone's life. Yeah. And, I got a message the other night from one of my viewers, and quite a personal message. I won't go into detail, but needless to say, he found my stream at the perfect time in his life. Okay?
Yeah.
As a result of my community and the way I interacted with him and everything, he decided not to take the plunge, and that's where I'll stop. You know what I mean?
No, I
you
think
know?
everyone-
And I sat there and I read that message and I literally like sat there and I started crying. I'm like, motherfucker, you know, this is real. It's moments like that that turns everything into that makes everything feel more real. Okay, I of course everything is real, but like when something like that happens to a streamer, it's like I know now what other streamers talk about when they talk about stuff like that. I'm like, damn, you know,
Yeah.
I'm literally shaking as I'm talking here because of how much. I mean, I'm only streaming. That's all I'm doing. And here's someone saying, "But dude, you saved me."
Yeah, it happens, dude, and
It's
that's what it's about. Like, you know, you don't realize it. It's sad, but you don't get it until, you know, you're sitting there as a streamer, and you know this happens to you. You know, we all have our big dreams of becoming, you know, the biggest streamer in the world, and we all have these amazing dreams, and you know, we should have. You know, no streamer. You know, something that I heard on the Say No to Rage podcast. And he put it down quite nicely. He's like, why are you streaming? What is your goal? And he's like, you know, don't tell me that, you know, you're not in it for the money. You want to eat. You want to be able to pay your bills. But there is more to it. And once you realize what that is, then you can decide exactly what your channel will be. And I think, you know, it's sad, but like, you know, as any streamer that builds up, especially a smaller community first, not someone that hits fame overnight, realizes that. And you know, you realize it by people that, you know, avidly support you, because it feels real. Like, yeah, you're streaming, but it's when those people actually sit down and talk to you, when, you know, you realize that, you know, you're actually doing something positive. That's when it really hits home.
Yeah, and I like I said, I'm at loss for words to respond to that, but it is literally, this is like the moment streamers should live for.
Yeah.
You know, it will not come along that often, but man, when it does, it hits you. It hits you right in the feels, as the kids say nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, like, going back, I mean, okay, so, I mean, you've been a musician and a vocalist for a very long time. And, you know, likewise, I have done the music thing for quite some time. Like, it's kind of a good analogy. You know, we are the rock stars of the computer age, so to speak.
Yeah. We are the rock stars of the South African Twitch age, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, that's a bit of like an egotistical statement.
Not really. Like,
right
I've been
there.
at shows. I've been at rock shows where there's 10 people in the crowd.
Oh, okay.
It happens. You're still a rock star. You're still a musician playing in front of a crowd. It's just not a big crowd. And I'm oddly okay with that, you know. Yes, I will chase growth and fame and fortune because that is just who I am, but I am oddly okay with the position I am in. Talking to the people I do every night, and, you know, I found myself in quite a very comfortable place where, you know, I see other people happy with my content, and where I myself am happy with the situation. Like,
That's a rare feeling also.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I'm still streaming every day and not trying to find a proper job, is because, you know, I found this place where I find myself being happy. You know, with all the crap we deal with all the headaches, and, you know, I've got an extreme migraine after all the crap today. With all of that, like, I have never been happier. And that's what matters, you know. Chase your dreams,
Yeah, that's the thing. People tell me I complain a lot about South Africa and the crap that's in South Africa. But the problem is, the only times that I complain is when streaming is being taken away from me.
Well, it's better to die on your feet than live on your knees. If we have a slight chance to change anything by making podcasts, by making content, by making videos, by inflammatory tweets, we should take it. Because, you know, that change you make might change someone else's life for the better. I know a lot of people that
Indeed, or even change companies.
I know a lot of people who's, if there's one thing I could wish to them, is that they picked up streaming. Their lives would be so much better off, and the mistakes they made, they would not have made.
Damn, this is getting all
yeah,
serious.
like we're not
okay?
bitching about anything. This is wrong. Let's bitch about things.
Yeah, let's start bitching about stuff. Okay, what is there to bitch about that happened in the last 2 weeks? What have you been playing in the last 2 weeks? Let's get down to that first. Hello.
Am
Hello?
I even still connected to the chat?
You are.
Now I am.
You
South
are.
African internet.
Can you hear me? Okay. So what have you been playing? Let's get back to what have you been playing the last 2 weeks first?
The last 2 weeks.
Now I have to do a shit ton of editing. Fuck.
Damn it. The last 2 weeks I got into the card game I've been playing, the Legends of Skyrim, on Monday. And it has grabbed me by the balls. Holy crap, the storyline in that game, is it the best trading card game out there? Probably not. Is it a damn good game? And does it have a rich story relating to a world I am very passionate about? Hell yeah. And I'll give them that. I'm more of a fan of Warcraft, and I am a bigger fan of this than I am of Hearthstone. There's a rich incentive to get into this game if you are a fan of the Elder Scrolls mythology.
Yeah, the thing is, I was never a fan, so it might not be as alluring to me as it is to you.
Yeah, well, there's different strokes for different folks, luckily.
Yeah, but on the TCG note, the thing that I told you about is Faeria.
Yeah.
Man, I gave it to a Magic. I showed it off to a Magic the Gathering player, quite a professional guy here in Bloemfontein. He lives in Cape Town now, and he started playing it. And I'm like, okay, cool, dude. Everything that Magic the Gathering failed to explain to me, this game explained to me of Magic the Gathering.
Damn. I'll definitely check it out.
Faeria. So how Faeria works, and tell me if this rings any bells, okay?
Yeah.
You can, on your turn, you can have, you've got cards connected to lands, okay? And on your turn, you can either summon 2 neutral lands. Now, each card also has got a land cost to it. You know what I mean? You can either summon 2 neutral lands or 1 fire land, desert, forest, and swamp, I think, or water land, okay? But you have this hexadecimal grid on which you play these things. You can't place your card down if you don't have the required lands for it. Okay. And if a card is, let's say, linked to 2 fire lands and you just placed your second fire down, you can only put your card on one of those 2 spots. And you literally build a path towards the other god to kill him with your cards.
Damn, I'm definitely going to need to check this out.
And your lands that you place down. It is freaking... For a guy that doesn't play or doesn't like any CCGs or TCGs or whatever the hell you want to call it, Faeria, for me, was like, whoa, this is freaking amazing. I understand some of the concepts people try to explain to me about Magic the Gathering now. And that Magic the Gathering player, he put about, I think, 120 hours in the space of 2 weeks into that game.
Nice.
And he's like, screw Hearthstone, screw any TCG, I don't like them. And when I gave him that, he's like, motherfucker, I like this. I like this a lot. So just something you could look into.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll probably look into the storyline aspect of the Elder Scrolls card game to see if that grabs my fancy, but probably not gonna focus on playing the game, you know, like competitively.
No, look, I mean, that's the way I feel about it. I am enjoying it, and I will stream it as long as I'm enjoying it. I am running into bad issues of the storyline, where it's become almost too difficult for the cards I have, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, so you might have hit the paywall.
I'm hoping there isn't one. Maybe I'm just bad at the game.
Okay.
Except for that, I've been playing some Creativerse, which is something new I got into. Just a nice little thing to keep me busy. Neverwinter. Oh, I logged in again last night. I'm just like, my God.
Don't talk about Neverwinter. Man, I want to get back into that game so bad.
The thing is, like, Mr. Sir, another Twitch South African streamer, he has been playing World of Warcraft, and anybody that speaks to me for long enough will realize, like, I've got a soft spot in my heart for Azeroth. Like, World of Warcraft is just, it's my home. Have I suffered before because of spending too much time and money towards World of Warcraft? Sure. But, you know, it's my home, and since I don't want to destroy my life by playing World of Warcraft all the time, Neverwinter is the best option.
Yeah.
Because I can quit Neverwinter.
You can,
yes,
actually.
and I can't quit that.
Yeah. You should also look into Legends of Aria, but I think we spoke about it last time. It is, like, the one thing that I'm looking forward to. It's official closed beta thing for people that pledged opens tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And I'm not allowed to stream it.
Damn it.
Isn't that fun? But yeah, I'd love to. I'll probably get on it on the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because American times and us don't mix well.
Yeah, this is true. Nah, dude,
Yeah.
There's a lot of new games I'm really amped for. A lot of new games I'm worried about. But I'm still trying to see, you know, I struggle to play one game for a very long time. I need to mix it up, mix and match, and do other things.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what happened to me when I started streaming. Again, this is probably going to be a more tips orientated podcast than anything else. In the past, I was literally sitting there. On Mondays I play this, on Tuesdays I play this. You know, every day it was a different game. And that hurt my channel so bad.
I made the same mistake.
What I would suggest you do now, try like a franchise playthrough. Good example, Witcher, you know. And the thing is, what happens is you play The Witcher, and once you get fed up with it, you tell the guys, listen, for the next 2 days I'm going to play other games, and then I'll go back to The Witcher. And you do that. You know, that means still you take a small breather, and then you come back. You know, that is the most important bit. That's why I, like, during my time with Witcher 1 and 2, I looked forward to weekends, because then I was playing other games.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
You know? But
the thing is, though, like,
go ahead.
I'm doing that now. Like, I'm playing through games. I take, for instance, when I picked up Space Engineers. I have learned everything about Space Engineers now. I will still play it, sure, but, you know, I've done most of the things you can do in Space Engineers. So, you know, I've picked up a couple of other games and things I will look into streaming. My problem with doing a big franchise run right now is I'm very reliant on, you know, playing a game solid for like 2-3 weeks and then moving on. You know, I'm very reliant on the getting my face out there still. The problem with taking one game and sticking to it is like on a channel your size, it can work. On a channel my size, it does start stagnating after a while. It depends, you know, what you stream, how you stream, and how you do it at the end of the day, I suppose.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is after the stream, because I don't want to give away too many tips here, you know, industry secrets and all. I will talk to you about a certain franchise that I'll talk to you about a certain franchise. Just remind me after we finish
as well.
Yeah, but we're running short on time now. We're almost at 30 minutes. So you've just been doing Space Engineers and the card game.
Yeah,
right?
I've been playing some other things in my free time, but I'll get around to that at a stage. I'm doing some extra work on some things for the stream, which require me to actually play through games and actually get to know them. Well, what about you? What have you been streaming? What have you been doing? I know there's been a lot of 7 Days to Die.
Okay, so after I finished Mordor and all its brilliant story-based DLCs, I switched over to 7 Days to Die.
And just that now? Yes.
Hello? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just basically that now. I'm pushing 7 Days to Die until just before Rage. I might actually switch over to my Scaretober month when October hits, but yeah, I'm basically doing 7 Days to Die for the next week at the very least, and I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Uh-huh.
Viewers came on Saturday, Friday and Saturday. That's when I play with viewers on the server, and we built a nice kill box for the zombies. We're busy with the Sky Garage. We've got a garden going. Man, that game is freaking amazing. But I can see that it might get a bit stale. Like, once you've settled in that game with the vanilla version, it will get stale after X amount of days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It becomes
Once you've put your defenses up and you've taken care, like once you've survived about 10 Horde Nights, which is basically 70 days in game time. Once you've survived 10 Horde Nights and they can't break through your defenses, that's it. And then you do the fun shit, you build, and then you start building random shit just to see what you can build, you know? And that's the problem I see, but they've got a new mod out that I want to try, but only after we've successfully done the server, let's say for, I don't know how many days. I'll have to figure out how many days when we'll call it. And then days in-game time. In-game days, you know. But then I'm going to try a new mod called War of the Walkers mod.
Okay.
Which, like, basically takes the entire game and builds it up. Like, builds it up from scratch. It breaks it down and builds it up.
Okay, what does this mod do?
No, it changes everything in the game. It changes spawn locations for certain plants. It changes...
New game, basically.
Basically, it's a whole new game, to quote Yogscast, which is freaking... I can't wait. I'm looking forward to when we try that out.
Touché.
But it's I'll probably try it out once the community is a bit more stable. You know what I mean?
Speaking about Halloween and Scare Month, do you maybe have any like tips, tricks, pointers, and things like that?
Okay, you just broke up there again.
October, you know, having Halloween and you know,
hello.
The very famous hello.
I need to start making notes, and when we're breaking up here. Yes, now I can hear you.
Do you have any pointers, tips, or tricks for the month of October in regards to streaming, or things to keep in mind, maybe?
Things to keep.
It is Halloween. It is also you know, the beer fest month. There's a lot of things that happen this month.
For streaming, I would suggest sticking with the horror theme.
Right.
And just go with it, you know. Turn all your notifications into jump scares. That's in fact what I'm going to do now. Most of my notifications will be jump scares. Right. And basically, don't turn your follower notification, don't turn the sound on your follower notification. Because it might get irritating after a while.
I don't get followers at the rate you do, so I think you forget this.
Yeah. And that's basically it. Do a horror-themed month. But if you want to focus on Beer Festival, look at games. If you want to focus like on a Beer Festival month type thing, you have to look at games that feature alcohol. Yeah. Now, the problem with that is, firstly, there's not a lot of them, as far as I know. And secondly, it's alcohol. I don't think Twitch really likes.
No, the reason I asked though is, you know, there's this conception starting to form, especially within the South African community, of theming streams and building up around, you know, events and stuff like that, which is great. I'm just curious if you had any like yay or nay points on that, having, you know, survived through 2 holiday seasons and 2, you know, the busy times.
The busy times. Okay, firstly, my most successful streams were centered around anniversaries, actually.
Okay.
Be it the anniversary when you started streaming, or be it your birthday. That was actually my most successful streams that I've done. My entire birthday month was amazing.
I remember that. I was there for
my entire 2-year anniversary month was freaking brilliant. I don't think... I will come back to you after, and I will talk about this again after the Halloween month has come and gone. But for me, it's brilliant to theme it around something. The problem is, now you theme it around Halloween. In November, you theme it around Guy Fawkes, right? And in December, you theme it around Christmas and snow. What do you theme it around in January?
Yeah, no, I see your point.
February, easy. Month of love. You do love month, you know. March, what do you do in March? You know, stuff like that. So it's a good idea, but I would say if you were a streamer, focus on your anniversaries, i.e. when you started streaming, both your anniversaries, your start stream date and your birthday, right? Make it a huge thing. And then have one themed month. For example, the easiest one is Halloween. Okay? That would be the easiest month to go for. But if you've got another themed month, you know, go for it. Like for me, I want 1 month where I go back into nostalgia games.
Yeah.
1 month where I play Quake 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give 3 a skip. 1, 2, and 4. Where I'm just going to play Quake 1 with all its DLCs, 2 with all its... I don't think 2's got any... 2's got 1 DLC, and then 4. Right. Just play through those games. It'll take me about 2 weeks to finish them all up, but it'll be the best 2 weeks of my life. And maybe then choose another nostalgia game, you know, something I grew up with. Maybe Duke Nukem 3D or something.
Dude, Land of the Babes.
Yeah.
We're showing our age now.
And yes. Okay, no, we're not that old. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing with gaming. Yeah, good old DOS games. Yeah. That's everything we've done about gaming. Gaming news. Okay, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. The poo part of this cast. Let's shit on South African internet a little bit more. Now, personally, I've got the gripes that I have the whole time. I've gotten an email today from my ISP's critical response team saying, so we've tested this on your side. We've tested the relay from your neighborhood to our centers, and we found no issues. And how's it holding up? How's the streaming holding up? And I'm sitting there going, okay. So, and I'm going to tell you this because I'm not sponsored by them, so I can badmouth them. I pay them to badmouth them every month, okay? And not that I have a lot of bad things to say about Afrios. They're a pretty damn good ISP. Yeah. But man, I know the way they test these things, and it's not centered around streaming.
Yeah.
You know, they run a traceroute which sends 32 bytes packets around, and then it looks fine to them. They run a random test, and it sends like 100 kilobyte packet around the network, and it's like, no, everything's fine. They don't do strenuous tests of like, let's do this. Let's do this test where we send out 2,000 kilobits per second, or kilobytes, I don't know which one, per second, for 8 hours straight during the time that this guy streams, and see what it does on our side.
The thing is, they
don't do that kind of testing.
You know, to their relays. You know, it still needs to bounce from them a couple of times, then to Telkom, then overseas. They don't test that part.
Yeah.
They literally just test the connection between their office and your house when they do that. And that doesn't work. That's not how the internet works.
And it's literally a 2-minute test and it's done. You know?
No, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of distraught just in general with South African internet because, you know, it's a constant uphill fight. You know, we're constantly trying, and the more we try, it seems the less we get right with this.
You
know, I'm kind of at the point where, you know, there's things like with the arena thing where I'm trying to throw my hat in the basket with bigger people. For instance, someone I also want to get hold of. I was watching a streamer today who, you know, he's big, not that big, and he's pestering Monster Energy. You know, sponsor me. I will drink a crap ton of Monsters on stream. I'll tell everybody how healthy Monster is. And I think, you know, if we can start, you know, maybe grabbing companies like that to pay attention, we might be able to work something out. Because there are ways to get, like, a stable, good connection in South Africa. But, it's hard.
Yeah,
and
it's essentially if
consuming.
The problem with South African internet and South Africa in general Now, for those of you who don't know, Twitch is a new thing in South Africa. Okay? A very, very new thing. The only way you're going to get sponsorships is if you know someone that can wangle a sponsorship for you. Or if you hire a marketing agent to do that side of the business for you, you know. But if you're like us, you're a streamer, and you want sponsorships, they're going to go, nah, we're not doing any sponsorships right now. And 2 weeks later, they sponsor a new guy, you know.
The thing is, what happens, because it's such a new industry in South Africa, and, you know, I'm speaking here as someone that has met the industry heads in gaming and esports and stuff in South Africa. And I mean this in the nicest way to any of you listening. You're all a bunch of assholes that will promote your friends and rather have mistakes happen than, you know, go the normal business route. Because let's face it, most of the people in the industry are people that got lucky. You know, they were the guys that were hosting LANs. They're not business people. So they're not looking at sponsorships out of a business perspective. They're looking at how it gains them personality-wise. This is why, you know, Rage is such a good thing, and, you know, punting in person is such a good thing, so that it becomes more of being a rock star than it is about a business. Because then you're talking those guys' language, and then they'll bite hook, line, and sinker.
I mean, I'm literally walking up to Rage. My Rage thing says, I'm the only full-time professional streamer in South Africa.
Yeah.
You know, I've done it on my own. I don't need sponsorships, but it would be cool if you could help a man out here.
The thing is, you know, I look at like tonight, for instance, you know, this is all hypothetical because there's no way to prove it. But, you know, would I be in a better mood if I did not have the migraine of having to deal with all the crap I've had to deal with? Yeah, I would have been in a better mood. Would I then have been more impressive when I got raided? Yes, I would. Automatically, the quality of my stream is deteriorating because I am dealing with crap upon crap upon crap upon crap upon crap all the time. Those things
in South Africa,
those things could be easily avoided by a little love and care from the industry in South Africa.
And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And thank you to that one viewer that actually found my Twitch channel, and I believe he found your Twitch channel through the previous video. Thank you for showing up there. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention names because favoritism and all that. But this is another thing I want to poo on, right? And yes, first off, I need to add this caveat. South Africans that supporting the current local streamers, I see you. South Africans supporting my channel, I see you, okay? Thank you so much for the support. You don't know how much it means to us. I mean, tonight again, Singularity ZA gave you bits, you know, and it is, this is the sad part, right? I can count. Okay, cool. But what you need to remember is brilliant South African support. Thank you, Singularity, for the bits tonight in Goon Squad's stream. And again, South African internet fucking our connection up. That's another thing.
Exactly.
Okay, but this is the part I wanna talk about with South African support. Again, I say thank you everybody that's been supporting the local streamers in South Africa. Me, Goon Squad, Mr. Sir. Fuck, there's too many streamers to mention. I see you. We do see your support. And we love it. Okay?
Make it worthwhile for us.
But here's the thing. You make it worthwhile for us. But here's the thing. You can probably name all the South Africans that support your stream out of the top of your head.
Name all the South Africans that have a Twitch account off the top of my head.
Basically, yeah. Now, that one article 2 years ago that said there's 160,000 plus South Africans watching Twitch. You know, this is the part where I poo on South African support. And again, I say thank you for the support that we've been given, man. I've got more South African support in my channel with regards to subscribers than anything else. That's freaking amazing.
Exactly.
Okay,
I've got so much love from the South African following. At the same time, though, you know, I take for instance a lot of the
at the same time
a lot of the reasons I've been given for why, you know, South Africans don't want to support, you know, streaming are kind of, and I know this is a touchy subject, but deal with it, is the same reason I've generally been given for why G2A is a good site. It's this lack of understanding. I mean, it's like, for instance, when people say, oh, but if you don't like your internet connection, change ISPs. It's this lack of intelligence. We go with things because we assume they are right. We don't know if they are right. And
like what you did with that one forum post or a Facebook post in South African Gaming Alliance. Zaga, I'm calling you out, bitches. I'm calling you fucking out. You posted, and it's like, listen, why don't you support local streamers? And their response generally was, oh, they're all dicks, or they're all booby
And
streamers.
there was a lot of just no.
I'm like saying they mother...
And I know a couple of those people...
And there's just a lot of no.
I know a couple of the people that replied on that. And I personally contacted them afterwards. I was like, listen, I value your opinion. The one person, I won't name names. I won't name names and shame people, but the one person that commented on that is in the same industry I am. We studied together. And I personally helped him finish a lot of his projects. He knows I don't talk out of my arse. He knows I have made a success in my own line of business. For him to turn around and say that, he knows what's going on, I find offensive, Nobody knows better what's going on Twitch than us, because we are on Twitch every single day.
Exactly.
You can't tell me about South African channels popping up that I don't already know about. You can't tell me about things happening in the South African gaming scene I don't already know about. You can't tell me how internet works because I already know. My opinions are...
We fucking suffer headaches because of South African internet.
The thing is, we've done our homework. We have learnt the things. A lot of other people just ride on opinions. They don't see the bigger picture, and they don't care. It's not about being right or wrong to them. It's just about they want their opinion heard. They want their Facebook post to get a like. It's not about, if they think Zaga, then it's not about if they think, G2A is good or bad. They just want to get a rise. And...
Now,
that's it. I've got a bunch of other things to say, but I'm running off track. Carry on.
But here's the thing, okay? The 160 plus South African Twitch viewers, where the fuck are you?
I know where they are.
Where are they? Please fucking tell me. I want to have, here's the thing. 1%. If 1% of that's 160 plus thousand South African viewers tune into each of our channels every night. You know how amazing that would be. No, but South African streamers are a bunch of dicks and a bunch of...
No, I can tell you where they are, dude. The South African viewership is in the big channels, like Dr. Disrespect and people like that, as well as the local esports scene, which at some times is more detrimental than anything else. I can name a lot of local professional streams that have less quality than I did on my first stream. They're sitting there, and then they're sitting on things like, the League of Legends World Championship. These are people that aren't part of the viewership community, aren't part of the Twitch community. These are people that watch streams. There's this horrible undertone in South Africa where, you go into... I'm calling Zaga out again, or the South African fucking Discord server, excuse my fucking French, but you go on there, all you see is YouTubers punting their own channel left, right, and center. Now, I have never made a single post with, here's my Twitch link, follow me. I have never done that, and I never will. But you see these YouTubers like, follow me, I'll follow you. You see this, the entire thing, when we screen people for Twitch today, we look at these things. If they do any of the things that South Africans do for, platforms like YouTube or whatever, we don't admit them because we believe it to be harmful. And this is the general South African opinion. This is how you become a YouTuber. You just tell everybody you're a YouTuber until you get enough likes and follows.
And YouTube is dead, man. Fucking hell. Wake up, South Africa.
The Adpocalypse 2.0 has happened. Are you going to wait for Adpocalypse 5.0 before you make a decision?
Man, it is... For me, so there's zero support. And, okay, when I say zero support, again, remember the caveat. I said there are support, but you guys I love you. You're a drop in the bucket of South African support. You're a giant fucking drop. Don't get me wrong here.
We feel
you are
that
a
wetness
giant fucking
every day
drop.
of that drop.
Yeah, every time you support us, your droplets splash onto our faces, and we are wet, and we quiver, and we... Oh, wait, no, wait,
Yeah,
I'm getting off
track.
track. I'm getting off track.
The one thing just to caveat
but-
back into South African support, the one thing I am glad that, people are seeing is, and we're still waiting on a reply for this, but that Arena took us seriously enough. People
Yeah.
like Tech Girl have started streaming on Twitch. I think with a bit more local support from the influential, now I'm using air asterisks here, but influential people, I think, the perspective of streaming in South Africa will change.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to rely on South African YouTubers switching over
No, we
to
don't.
Twitch to get that lovely, lovely
I
support.
disagree.
Because, like, let's say, Tech Girl is streaming, okay? She hears of us or whatever, or Jules Bish, which is a new addition to South African, the Twitch ZA thing. She starts streaming, she starts talking about us. People will go to that community on Twitch and like, holy balls, there are actually cool streamers here. Unfortunately, we have to not unfortunately, but we have to go that route
I agree.
to probably get some South African recognition for
Look,
what we do.
At the end of the day, the only thing I think that matters is people need to watch streams. If you watch a streamer and you enjoy their content, even if you've never been on Twitch before, you're going to find that chat somewhere, you're going to log in somewhere, you're going to enjoy it. And you will be back.
Mm.
They just need to take that first plunge of, watch a stream, talk in chat.
Yeah.
And, after doing that, you can't tell me you're not going to come back for it. It is it's a niche on its own. It's something completely different. Twitch isn't like YouTube. The type of content you're creating is the equivalent of watching like live Supersport. And I think honestly, once people start watching,
I lost you there again.
that's all that they need to do.
It's the
They will
equivalent
get hooked on
of...
their own. We don't need to convince people to watch.
You're
they
still
just need to
gone?
spend 10 minutes, going through a directory on Twitch.
You're still gone? What? You're still gone?
And it's a good thing we're nearing the end of this podcast because my internet line seems to not want to play well at all tonight.
If I don't... What?
I cannot hear you, good sir. Hello? Okay,
Hello?
now we're back.
It's the equivalent of...
It's no, just that, I just think they need to just watch Twitch streams and they will be sold on the idea.
The thing is, they need to watch South African streams.
I think they just need to watch streams. They'll find the South Africans in due time. They just need to get into the habit of watching streams on Twitch, of enjoying content on Twitch.
Live content, yeah, that is the thing.
Like, if they just watch any channel on Twitch, they'll probably enjoy it. They'll probably start watching on Twitch videos. I'm not saying do it
Yeah.
if you don't enjoy it, but I'm pretty sure you will. Unless you have some very bad experience with Twitch,
Yeah.
you will enjoy it.
Yes, indeed. Don't go to YouTube and watch Twitch fails videos, because that's the one place where you will get like a distaste for Twitch in your mouth, I believe. Especially because of most of the Twitch fail videos includes booby streamers. I mean girl streamers. Sorry, not booby streamers.
Twitch has
girl
over
streamers.
40 million active streamers. There's a niche for everybody.
Mm.
You have a home and a space on Twitch. You just need to find it.
There we go. You listen, future South African watchers of our streams or any other Twitch streams. 40 million freaking broadcasters.
Yeah, well,
Right?
somewhere around there. I don't have the exact number in front of me.
A punt load, okay. A punt load of broadcasters. Punt with a P. Punt load of broadcasters. You will find your niche. You will find it.
And Twitch is a lot more creative than any other platform, People are still going way out of the box. It's not like you're going to find 100 Let's Play videos. People do different things here. And, you will find somewhere where you belong, where you feel at home. And that is all that matters.
So essentially, dear South African listener, if you haven't watched any Twitch yet, don't be a poopole. Log on to Twitch after you've listened to this podcast.
Oh, you don't even need to log on.
And
just watch a video for 10 minutes.
Just watch a little random live stream for 10 minutes. Go onto their webpage. There's usually a featured live stream on their front page. And just click on that. And there's a little browse search function thing where you type in the game that you want to watch. And it'll take you to that game and you can just watch some of it. Unfortunately, if you want to watch Honey Pop, you won't find it on Twitch. It's banned on Twitch. But you will find a community / a game that you enjoy watching.
Like, that's the thing. It comes back to the original statement of just watch, Above all, your eyes are the most valuable payment you could give someone that creates good content. Just watch streams and take it from there. If you never want to go back onto Twitch, that's fine. But don't shoot it down without trying it. And that's my honest opinion.
That is a perfect opinion. It's late at night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm losing my words. That's a very good opinion. It's a case of like, you know how many South Africans started streaming when they went overseas or when they got overseas? Quite a crap ton. Okay. And they don't talk about the fact that they're South African in their streams because they're in a different country. I was in Korea. I told everyone straight up, listen, I'm a South African. Fuck off. I'm a South African. And there's another streamer that also recently joined the Twitch ZA community. Well, she still needs to get invited, but I believe she will. She's a South African living in America. And she's got the slight American twang there. Sometimes the South African accent comes really strong through, But she doesn't tell people that she's actually South African, And that's okay. That's okay. But a lot of people are surprised when they find out, whoa, you're from South Africa? Damn! You are from South Africa. You are a streamer from South Africa. That's another good thing about streaming from South Africa. You are from South Africa. And I think I lost you there.
I'm back.
Again. Yeah. You're back. Yeah, like I said, you are from South Africa. That is the best part of being a streamer from South Africa. The fact that you're from a country that nobody knows anything about.
I love talking about
except for the Antwoord Trevor Noah, and that's it. And Charlize Theron.
I love talking to people about our country on Twitch because it's our brand of just our human being is so different from anywhere else. And I think that's what a lot of South African streamers have to offer. I also think, the biggest, warning I could give anybody that, is new to Twitch. Don't jump onto Twitch hoping to be a big streamer. There's a lot of get good quick tips and tricks on that. That's not how it works. Sit down, watch the videos first, and then, make a decision. I'm just bringing that up because I've recently seen, a rise and fall in a lot of good, well-meaning human beings that have had their asses handed to them due to South Africa's misconception of Twitch.
Yeah, that is the other thing. Okay, now this is basically this is not the poo cast anymore. This is a tip cast.
It's a cast.
The big thing about streaming, right? There's no good way or no surefire way to go about
There's
streaming.
100 million bad ways to it, though.
There's 100 million bad ways. If you are listening to this and you're telling yourself, I want to be a streamer, and after my third stream, I'm going to have 20 people, I'm going to have 100 people watching me, and at the end of my first month, I'm going to have about 1,000 concurrent viewers. That seems like an achievable goal. Then don't even start streaming. Don't even start streaming. Only the lucky few can pull that off. And when I say lucky few, I'm talking Dr. Disrespect.
I
Okay.
honestly think
The-
if you want to start streaming, and the why has even the slightest hue of money at the start, stop. Your
Yeah.
why when it comes to money is only after a very long time, when this becomes something that is taking up more of your waking hours than anything else.
That is the truth.
I
That
mean-
is definitely the truth. The thing is, I mean, a lot of streamers say don't do it for the money.
No, you-
Okay, now everybody wants to do it for money. Let's
Yeah.
be honest here. You want to
Yeah.
do it for the money, but the problem is the money is not going to show
yeah,
up
it
on
also
day
should
one.
not be the main
The
reason.
money is not going to show. Yeah, the money is not going to show up in month 1. The money is not going to show up in month 6. Okay, I'm talking out of personal experience here. Okay, I got my first donation like 6 months after I started streaming. Not full time, like after I started my official starting date. And only because the chat told me, listen, put a donation button there, we want to give you money. And I'm like, okay, put a donation button, got money.
Yeah, I mean, I've received
And
bits
it was.
and subscriptions, but now I still haven't even received a donation,
Mm,
which I'm actually kind of happy on.
exactly.
Yeah, the thing is that, I mean, you know, it's very easy to get confused with the way things work, and you know, it's almost horrible because there are still, and I won't name names or point fingers, there are still South African, there are just streamers in general that have been doing this for months that are still sitting at 0 people. Not necessarily because their content is bad, but there's so much more to this game than most people understand. You know, that's why we try and enlighten and talk about it as much as possible. Especially for South Africa.
I mean, the golden rule for Twitch streaming that I believe is like, ever since I started doing it full time, I realized it more than when I did it just 3 or 4 days a week, you know, is consistency. The moment I take a day off that is inconsistent with my schedule, and that is about every last Saturday of the month, people like, where the hell is he? Shouldn't he be streaming?
Yeah, that's what happens.
You know, people do love consistency. And you are going to see it now, Goonswad, now that you've changed a few things around. We've talked about it off screen, off air, that you've changed a few things around. You're going to see growth now that you've never experienced before.
Well, I've already had that tonight.
Up until this point. You have had that tonight, but you'll see now in your next stream, some of them will be back. You know, you've experienced the growth a little bit, but you're going to see now, instead of a spurt, you're going to have a like a general uphill growth from now on forward, just because you changed a few of the things that you want to do. And consistency. And the other thing, I'm angry.
Good. That's what this podcast is about.
The moment... This is a thing that grinds my gears, that grinds my balls, okay? So, I've opened it up to the Twitch ZA community. Like, listen, give me some, you know, message me. If you want us to message us, the five people in the group that's actually been streaming the longest and kind of had some of the pitfalls, message us. We'll take a look at your channel. We'll critique it and we'll give you feedback. This is not the be-all and end-all of feedback, but we will give you feedback based off of our own personal experiences.
Nobody's doing it.
Use it, don't use it, just, you know, but this is basically our tips for you, you know, personalized tips. Because you will see something different, Goon, than I would see, you know. So you can literally, like, talk about that. And so we had this one guy, we know who he is, he's popular in the Twitch Discord, he was the first guy to be critiqued. And he's like, listen, put my stuff up there, put my stuff in public, put our conversation in public so that people know what to do. And what he did is he started making excuses for his lighting setup. And just as he typed out 2 or 3 words, and I'm like, dude, bullshit, this is what you can do to fix it.
So
He's like, whoa, I never thought of it that way. And I'm like, there we go. There we go. Don't bitch about. If you come to me, oh, I can't stream, I'm too tired. No. You need to find a reason to stream, not a reason not to
that's the thing,
stream.
like, excuse my French, but motherfucker, we're recording a podcast in the wee hours of Wednesday morning. Just putting that out. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're recording a podcast.
It's on my day off, I'm recording a podcast. Just putting it out there also.
And like, you know, the biggest headache I find with any streamer I don't like, my general headache is either towards the fact that they are a complete and utter, waste of skin, or that it's this, we have to complain about things. I can't do this because I don't have the equipment. I can't do this because I don't have the time. I can't do this because of this. You don't have excuses. As far as I'm concerned, I started my stream up when I started streaming on a fucking quad 2 core processor, a GTX 9800, 4 gigs of RAM. That was the first time I went live, and it worked fine. I had a 50 rand goddamn headphone. I did not even have a webcam. It worked fine. I took that 50 rand headphone, and I was using it until I bought my microphone when I got back out of the hospital and whatnot. I was still using that 50 rand headphone, and my sound was not that bad. It can be done.
Exactly.
If you pull, excuse my French, your finger out of your arse, you read a goddamn book or watch a goddamn YouTube video, you can have the best possible stream under the sun. I don't care if you are the most famous caster in the world, or if you are just some snot-nosed student. It can be done. It just requires effort and a little bit of intelligence.
Effort being the key word. Intelligence.
If you understand basic language, that is the intelligence I'm talking about.
Okay, that's the intelligence. The thing is, find a reason, an excuse to stream, rather than an excuse not to stream.
You know where my issue comes in, though?
You don't know how many fucking times. Now, back in Korea and in South Africa, I got home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in South Africa, 6 o'clock at night in Korea. I was tired. An hour later, I would start up my stream. Tired as fuck. I would rather go to bed than stream. But I told myself, listen, motherfucker, tonight you're gonna stream. You're gonna do your 4-hour stream and go to bed afterwards. You're gonna sleep better.
I mean, I take when I started streaming, for instance, when we started, well, not when I started streaming, after I started streaming and we started working on the Twitch Today community, and we started working on all these things, and I started offering out, like, my services for free to help people, get their shit together, basically. I would get home, I'd leave work only at 6 o'clock. I'd get home at 7. I'd literally make a bowl of food while setting up everything for stream. I'd eat in my little, at that stage I was still doing like 15-minute intros, which is too long but I needed time to eat. I'd eat, I'd stream until 12, at 12 o'clock I'd start doing work. At 4 o'clock I'd grab a cat nap until 6, wake up at 6, shower, go to work. That was my life for 3-4 months. But I knew that effort had to be put in for Twitch Today as a community to exist, and for my stream to grow.
Exactly, man. I mean, once I've got my data sorted out and everything, I'm gonna go back to making Twitch ZA tips and probably do a few Zaf dailies again. The big issue is, at the moment, the data. I just need to wait to see what my data usage is when I don't do Zaf dailies versus when I do them. So next month is gonna be a test run for that too. But Zaf dailies. Okay, so this was my day when I still did Zaf dailies. Okay, fine. I woke up at 11, 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Ate some breakfast. Started doing research on streams and how to improve my stream and how to do certain commands in the bot that I'm using. Like, every day for about 4 hours, from 12 till about 3-ish. Was spent on trying to see what I can do with my stream to improve it. I never, and here's the thing. 90% of the research that I've done, I didn't implement into my stream.
Yeah.
That was research done just for the sake of shit. I don't like the way they're I've got this idea. Let's go research it. I'm not going to achieve it right now. Fucking put it on the back burner. There's 4 hours gone researched into one subject. Just gone, Like, not wasted, but it's stepping stones towards the things that I wanted to do for my channel. And then at 3 o'clock I would eat, or between 3 and 4 I would eat. 4 o'clock I would shower, feed the dogs and everything. 5 o'clock I would start my stream on the dot. 5 o'clock, okay? And then 1 o'clock the next morning, which it's currently at the time of this recording. Right now it's 1 o'clock. I would stop my stream, do a ZAF daily, which takes up about an hour and a half worth of, editing, reshoots. I mean, those ZAF dailies weren't just one shoot. It was like 3 or 4 times me recording myself, unless I was really tired, but it was about 3 or 4 takes. And I would take the best version of that and then edit it slightly and put it online. So at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, I would finally go, now I'm done. And then I haven't looked at my statistics of the stream. I haven't done research on what I did wrong or anything on my stream. I would go to bed, wake up at 12 the next day, and do the same thing over again. So don't tell me you're not too tired to do content on Twitch. If you're going to start making excuses of, oh man, I mean, we had this incident. I'm not going to call him out by his name, but he had an accident. Okay. And he was really pissed off at the fact that he broke his arm or something, and he only had to use one arm. I'm sitting there going, there's Diablo 3, there's Diablo 2, there is Torchlight, there's every clicker under the sun. There's Game Dev Tycoon. Yeah. You don't need to, you use your mouse. That's it.
The way I look at it is,
now, I'm not bad-mouthing him.
Entirety of Twitch today. There is...
Okay, yeah, you broke your arm. That is a huge fucking thing.
There's
but dude, come on.
There's maybe
find something to play then.
Don't work 9 to 5.
Or am I being a dick?
And these people are still putting out streams every night. What comes first, your channel or yourself?
Okay, yes, every night. That's all I got from
you. Do you want to make this a thing? If you do, you need to work.
Hello.
And you need to work hard. And I've lost connection again. Damn it.
Hello? Motherfucking South African internet. Hello?
Hello? Okay, I'm back. Dude, I feel sorry for you having to fix this. Holy shit, I feel sorry for you.
You said something about someone putting out streams every night. What?
Okay, so I'll reiterate this. At most, there's maybe 4 of us that, we don't work from 9 to 5 every day in Twitch today. The rest of the people do that.
Yeah.
They work 9 to 5 every day. And they get home and they stream. And they never complain about it. You have some of these people going up until 2 in the morning, never complaining. And they put out good content. They're not even... Like, I feel bad when I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking tired. My head hurts, everything, like I did today. Like, I feel so bad saying that, because I know there are people out there that they mission through much harder to put content out there.
Yeah, and a shout out to those streamers, those South African streamers, especially the South African streamers. Has got a 9 to 5 job. Some of them have got kids. Yeah. And, they have to work their schedules around that. That's just the thing. They just have to do it. And a shout out to them, because those guys are the real MVPs, if we can quote that meme.
I think every single person that is inside the Twitch ZA group at the moment, no matter if you like them or not, they are the MVPs. Because these people are, they're working their butts off. Some harder than others, sure. Some complain about it a lot more than others, sure. But they are all working. They're all trying their best. And a shout out to those guys, because except for Zaffa, none of the members of Twitch ZA make enough money to say that this is their job. These guys are doing it purely out of the love of doing it, purely out of the love of their communities.
And that's the thing, okay? Like, yes, I've rattled on that one specific streamer, but he still pushes through. He complains a lot about it, but he still pushes through.
I give him perks for that. That's why I support them.
Yeah, that's not... Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, this guy's bad, don't go and watch him. I'm just saying, like, this is the issues
It grinds our
that
gears
we
because
as Twitch
we
ZA
work as hard. We don't complain.
Yeah. And we don't normally
We complain, but we complain about other things.
Yes. We complain about things outside of
Yeah.
our control. Like the shitty South African internet. Just have to throw it in there, man. Just have to throw it in there. But no, each member of the South African Twitch community is the Twitch ZA community. They are the real MVPs, okay? We started this, and for some reason, okay, because, I mean, I started this community, okay? But we are a community.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people still associate me as the leader.
You have the most experience,
And-
that's why. Except let's move on.
Okay, fine. But I want it more to be like a community-based thing. That is my big
It's just a community with a bit
issue.
of a
It's a
hierarchy,
community-based...
which is necessary
Okay,
because
fine,
we
fine.
need to achieve. I mean, like, to anybody who ever wondered why there is an OG group and there is a Mr. Beard, is because some of us have just been doing it longer. Some of us put in a lot more work to do the research and get everything running. That is why there are people
I mean, a bit of a history...
that are there.
Yeah, a bit of a history on the OG group, a history lesson. I started Twitch today again about 2 days after Communities came out. And I can't even remember how I found
We
you
found
guys,
you.
by the way.
It all just kind of happened. Like,
Oh,
you, because you were the biggest streamer.
Okay,
We all kind of started gravitating towards you and finding each other. I think I found you first, then I found Mr. Sir. Then I found Messiah in your channel, and Incapable... I can't remember where I found Mr. Incapable.
I think Incapable was a Messiah.
No, I
channel,
found
but
Mr.
okay, this is
Incapable when I was
all-
watching League of Legends. Anyway, we all found each other, we all knew about each other, we all spoken to each other. And then the Twitch Unity
Yeah.
event came around.
And then, like, round about that time, I started the Discord server, and I invited, like, the five of you, four of you over, five of you over, and we just started talking about what we want for Twitch ZA. The Twitch Unity event was quite a success because that was the first time the OG group actually got together in one voice channel, and we just started talking shit. You know, we just started talking about Twitch South Africa and what Twitch Unity
I mean,
meant to us.
There was some lead up to
And-
it as well. Me, Messiah, and Incapable still did that big like crossover League of Legends events as well. But it all kind of
Yeah,
we all
and-
started getting together, basically.
Yeah. And then what happened is I decided, haha, being the leader and all, being the founder of this thing, I decided, okay, you know what? We're going to get new people in. And for the people that's been there from the beginning, I'd love to give them a specific role, okay? And for the people that's been there from the beginning and that's been the most active and the most, not supportive, but the most, the most active, essentially. That's what we can call it. And I decided to give them their roles. And so we, I think there's 5 of us now. We are the guys, we're not going, oh, we are the big guys, but we are the guys that kind of sorted out through most of the shit that all first-time streamers struggle with.
We were also I
And
I started streaming 9-10 months ago. Yes, there was a big break when I was hospitalized, but there was just a lot of streaming happening. I mean, Messiah started a bit before me as well. I think he's almost at his year-long mark now. Incapable as well, Mr. Sir as well. Like, with that, I mean, we made all the mistakes so that other people in the community would not have to.
Would not have to, yes. Now, granted, I would love to invite everybody to Twitch ZA, but of course, there's a couple of guidelines that we do use before we invite
Yeah, I mean, if
people.
you're a decent human being, you will get in. It's not like the SATs.
Yeah. No. It's literally just, are you decent? Are you a decent human? Cool. Welcome to Twitch
Don't
ZA.
break the TO service.
Send your applications to zaffageek@gmail.com or goonsquadtube@gmail.com. I don't know
Actually,
if that's
it
your
is,
email, but yeah. Oh, cool. Flood his email before you flood mine, please.
But yeah, no, we should probably start cutting this short. Oh yeah, by the way,
No, we should. There's a lot of editing done, but it's going to be about an hour and 10 minutes. We're on an hour and 20 minutes, but there's a lot of editing done. So let's call it short. We didn't poo as much on South Africa as we wanted to, but bear with us. It's freaking 1 o'clock.
There's a lot of pooing coming up in the coming weeks.
Yes. There's a lot of things. We'll talk about it next week, because next week is Rage!
Yes, there is that.
So we need to do a recording next week. But anyway, Goon.
Yes, sir.
People would like to know more about the Goon Squad
Right.
Tube. Where can they find you, and tell us a little bit
I
about
am the
yourself?
Goon Squad Tube. You can find me at twitch.tv/Goon Squad Tube, Twitter, The Goon Squad Tube, Facebook, The Goon Squad Tube, email, Goon Squad Tube. I stream 6 days a week. I stream from 8 o'clock at night. I am a variety streamer. But I'm also a hardcore fan of hardcore games, and I do that sometimes as well. Caffeinated Rage Monkey, artist, and all around just shitpost of note. That is me.
Cool. And those of you who don't know, I am ZaffaGeek, twitch.tv/Zaffa_geek. Don't ask about the underscore. It's horrid. It's a horrid excuse that Twitch gave me, not me. And you can find me at ZaffaGeek, no underscore this time, on Twitter. And I stream 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, roughly starting from 5 p.m. South African Standard Time. That's GMT +2, I think. And I stream a variety of games. Currently, I'm doing 7 Days to Die, leading up to Scare Month, October. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you, Goon Squad, for being here tonight. And we'll see you next time. 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 Time.